Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with the pentatonic scale, which is a 5-note scale. Now we're going to take a look at the full 7-note scale, which is also known as the diatonic scale. And we're going to do some ideas using C natural minor to start off with. So this is going to be the minor pentatonic scale, but we're going to add 2 more notes. And this can fill in some of the gaps that you miss by just playing the pentatonic scale alone. So here's the natural minor scale in C. Okay, so we've added 2 notes to the minor pentatonic. The notes that we've added are the 2nd note right here. In the pentatonic, we've gone from C directly to E flat. And now in the natural minor, we're going to add D on the 10th fret of the low E string. So there's one of the 2 notes that we're going to add to the pentatonic scale. And the next note is going to be found on the 11th fret of the A string, and that note will be A flat in this key of C minor. So in the pentatonic, we would just have 2 notes on the A string. And now in the natural minor scale, we're going to have 3. So those are the 2 notes that we're going to add to the pentatonic to get the full diatonic natural minor scale. So here's the scale in its entirety. Starting on C, 8th fret of the low E string, I'm going to play 8, 10, 11. Those notes are C, D, E flat. On the A string, I'm going to play 8, 10, 11. Those notes are F, G, A flat. And I'm going to play 2 notes on the D string, B flat to C. That's on the 8th fret of the D string to the 10th fret. Okay, so that's 1 octave of this scale. Okay, so continuing, I'm going to go to the G string now, and I'm going to play on the 7th, 8th, and 10th frets, and those notes will be D, E flat, and F. And then I'm going to shift back into 8th position, and on the B string play on the 8th, 9th, and 11th frets, and those notes will be G, A flat, B flat, and then I get to the C note, the root note, on the high E string on the 8th fret. And I'm going to play 8, 10, and 11 on the high E string, and those notes are C, D, E flat. So here's the entire C natural minor scale. And coming back down. Okay, so let's try and put those to use. We're going to learn 4 licks and then put them together for a little short solo we can use over one of these jam tracks. So the first lick sounds like this. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm playing on the D string, 8 to 10. On the G string, 8 back to 7. Down to the D string, 8, landing on 10 on the A string. So that lick one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, second lick in this section. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I'm doing here is starting on the G string, playing 8 to 10. On the B string, I'm going to play 8 to 9 and pull off back to the 8th fret. And then play down to the 10th fret on the G, down to the 10th fret on the D string, and slide up from 8 to 10 on the G string. One more time. 1, 2, 4. Third lick in this section sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm using the top 2 strings now, starting off 8 to 11 on the B, and now 8 to 10 on the high E, and coming back 11 to 8 on the B. Okay, and the final lick in this section is going to be a little longer. Sounds like this. One more time. 1, 2. Okay, that's one of my favorite ones. So this is going to start off 8 to 11 on the B, 8, 10, back to 8 on the high E. Okay, so we have, and then 11 on the B, back to 8 on the E. So far we've done this. Now I'm going to play 11 to 8 on the B, and I'm going to come down to 11 on the G. And this is going to be a note that's a little bit outside of the minor scale. It's known as the blues note. We talked a little bit about that earlier when we were playing with the C major pentatonic scale. It's almost always cool to add this little extra note. So just get into the sound of it. Don't worry about the theory behind it, but just learn the lick and see if you like it. I think it sounds awesome. So continuing from that blues note, we're going to go back to the 8th fret on the B string, to the 9th fret, back to 8. So let me sum up what we've done so far. We're not done yet, but let's review a little bit. We've done. Now I'm going to go back to the blues note, 11th fret of the G string, back to the 8th fret on the B, and ending with 3 notes on the G string, 11, 10, 8. So the whole lick, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's put those 4 ideas together with the C minor jam track.